a child from a small town who, despite working hard every day, considered himself a failure, and a teacher who had the ability to see the hidden potential inside every child's heart. One day, a false accusation changed everything. Will the child be able to protect his dream, or will the teacher's faith also be shattered? This is a story of trust, courage, and truth, of a bond that can change a life and will place a powerful reality right before your eyes. Will Ali be able to save his dreams? Stay with us till the end. This story begins in a small town, in a government school. The town was simple, quiet, and filled with natural beauty, where the morning air carried freshness and the evenings were wrapped in calm. At the heart of this town stood an old yet dignified school, its walls bearing witness to time, and in its courtyard, hundreds of dreams ran freely every day. The most remarkable figure in this school was teacher Salim Ahmed, a man of middle age dressed simply, with deep eyes and a calm voice. His face always reflected seriousness, but his heart was filled with immense compassion. Salim Ahmed did not believe in bookish knowledge alone. He believed that true education makes a person strong, ethical, and confident in themselves. He often used to say, "A good student is not the one who only scores marks, but the one who learns how to face life." Ali was a student of the same school. He was a thin, 12-year-old boy, with questions in his eyes and silence written on his face. He belonged to a poor family. His father was a daily wage laborer, and his mother worked in other people's homes to run the household. Ali was intelligent, but circumstances had planted fear and hesitation deep inside him. He sat at the back of the class, did not raise his hand, even when he knew the answers, and often considered himself inferior to others. Although the school building was old, its classrooms were filled with the light of knowledge, wooden benches, a blackboard, the sound of chalk, and sunlight streaming through the windows. Together they created an atmosphere where the bond between teacher and student was born. It was here that Salim Ahmed's eyes first fell upon Ali. Salim Ahmed sensed that there was something special in Ali, but he was unable to express it. The experienced heart of the teacher understood immediately that this was not weakness, but a lack of confidence. He knew that the true test of a teacher is to recognize the hidden voice within a silent student. Thus, in this simple school of a small town, the lives of a teacher and a student were slowly beginning to intertwine. This was not just a story of educatio, but of trust, guidance, and a relationship that goes beyond books and reaches straight into the heart. Salim Ahmed never saw Ali's silence as a weakness. Instead, he recognized it as hidden strength. Every day in class, he would deliberately ask Ali easy questions, and when Ali answered hesitantly, the teacher would smile and encourage him. He wanted Ali to understand that making mistakes is not a shame, but the very first step toward learning. One day, Salim Ahmed asked Ali to stay back after class. He didn't scold him, nor did he burden him with long lectures. He simply said, "Son, I believe in you. Now you need to believe in yourself." Those words sank deep into Ali's heart. For the first time, someone had valued his potential more than his silence. Gradually, Ali began to change. He started sitting in the front row of the class, kept his notebook neat, and stopped being afraid to ask questions. Salim Ahmed gave him small responsibilities, writing answers on the board, summarizing a lesson, and praised him for every success. For Ali, That praise was no less than a reward. With time, Ali's grades began to improve, but the real change was in his attitude. There was no longer fear in his eyes. Instead, confidence began to shine. He realized that a teacher is not just someone who teaches, but someone who also shows the way. Salim Ahmed smiled quietly. He knew that he had not just changed one student, but had given a new direction to an entire life. It was the last day of the year. The school courtyard was filled with children and the annual results ceremony was underway. Salim Ahmed was sitting silently in the front row, just as he always did. On the stage, the principal was calling out the students' names. When the name Ali Ahmed was announced for outstanding performance, the entire hall echoed with applause. Ali slowly walked toward the stage. There was no hesitation in his steps anymore, only confidence. For a brief moment, his eyes searched for Salim Ahmed. The teacher smiled and nodded, as if silently saying, "I knew it." As Ali held the award in his hands, his eyes filled with tears. Memories flashed before him of the days when he used to sit with his head lowered on the back bench. Today, that same boy was standing in front of everyone. He stepped up to the microphone and said, "If Sir Salim had not believed in me, perhaps I would never have learned to believe in myself." When the ceremony ended, Ali came to his teacher. He tried to speak, but words failed him. Salim Ahmed simply placed a hand on his head and said, "Your journey has just begun. Don't stop." That evening, golden light settled over the school of the town. One teacher stood content, and one student moved forward with dreams shining in his eyes. The story ended, but the journey of learning continued forever.